You and your team are on high alert, questioning if you've done anything to anger someone or put anyone in danger. He assures you that's not the case and asks for more details about the incoming monster horde. You explain that it consists of various monster species and numbers in the thousands. Everyone is stunned by the massive size, realizing the threat is not just numerous, but overwhelming. Lloyd wonders if someone is deliberately trying to get rid of them. If so, this indirect method involves assembling high-level monsters to lure the party into an impossible quest, especially targeting the only S-rank group in Ishtar. He suggests they should leave immediately, so he can use his detection magic to avoid the monsters. However, Lloyd points out that running isn't an option. He's not sure they can outrun the monsters, and if they lead them toward Ishtar, it could result in a battle near the city, risking innocent lives. They must find another way to deal with the threat without endangering the city. You agree with his assessment and realize they have only one option left. He calls everyone in the party together and tells them they must fight here, or the outcome won't be something they can be proud of. Following his lead, you also say they need to fight. But as everyone realizes what this means, fear sets in. Meanwhile, Lloyd acts as if this is normal. You ask him how they will face so many enemies at once. Lloyd thinks for a moment, and then asks Cross if he can hit the black stone they saw earlier. Cross replies that he should be able to hit it, but he's not sure if he can break it. Lloyd tells him not to worry, and just shoot it. So, Cross takes aim at the stone, while Lloyd casts some enhancements to support him. Lloyd uses his boost magic on Cross, and as Cross releases the arrow, it flies quickly and hits the stone with perfect accuracy despite the distance. The arrow not only hits the stone, but shatters it into pieces. Even Cross is shocked that he managed to break it, and asks Lloyd what he did to the arrow, since it felt much stronger than usual. Lloyd explains that he just used some extra magic on Cross, his bow, and his arrow. Cross can hardly believe that Lloyd could enhance even his equipment so effectively. At the same time, Lloyd surprises everyone by saying it's normal for him to enhance weapons this much as a support mage. He then praises Cross for hitting a distant target, showcasing his skills as an S-rank adventurer. Lloyd believes Cross might be as good as or even better than the archers from the older group. Yua then calls everyone's attention to the high-level wolves fighting each other after the human crystal was destroyed. Lloyd explains that the magic binding the high-level wolves was lifted, reducing their numbers significantly. Now, the group can focus on fighting the rest of the monster horde. You express amazement at Lloyd's insight about destroying the crystal, and he agrees but warns that the next wave of monsters won't be as easy. These monsters are not of the same species, so battling them will be more challenging. He wonders how they'll handle so many monsters now. Lloyd then asks Silica what magic elements she can use. She replies that she can control water, fire, earth, and wind elements. Lloyd is pleased to hear this, and then asks Cross about his arrow supply. Cross says he has about 100 arrows left, including the captain's storage. Lloyd quickly assesses their strength to plan their next move. He thinks of a strategy and tells everyone he has a plan. First, he takes Silica to a higher vantage point. Though unsure if the plan will work, he feels the pressure as the horde of fierce monsters approaches at their own pace. His strategy seems to rely on timing. Despite their fear, the team stays put as the monsters get closer. When the monsters are too close for comfort, you shout that they need to act now. Lloyd insists it's not the right time yet. He waits until the monsters are just close enough and then instructs Silica to attack. She immediately unleashes a fiery storm spell, creating a massive fire tornado that engulfs the approaching monsters. Silica's fiery storm attack ignites the monsters below, setting the entire area ablaze. Yui and Dugas watch in awe, marveling at the immense power of the spell. They ask Lloyd what he did to Silica, noticing that her magic is now 10 times stronger than usual. Lloyd explains that he simply enhanced her magical power, reduced her mana consumption, and added some body-strengthening spells. Everyone, except Lloyd, understands that such buffs are not usually so easy to apply. Lloyd then asks Silica if she can continue casting such powerful spells. She replies that she can manage about 5 more attacks before running out of mana. Lloyd instructs her to cast 3 more firestorms into the wild, and she understands his plan. Next, Lloyd heads to the hill where Cross is stationed and prepares to enchant all his arrows with additional magic. The timing for the firestorm is crucial. Lloyd asks Silica to create another firestorm, and then use wind magic to fan the flames, creating a massive explosion and spreading smoke throughout the forest. This strategy is meant to obscure the vision of the flying monsters. With the smoke screen in place, Lloyd casts a different type of magic on Cross, a mind link spell. Through this link, Lloyd uses detection magic to find the monsters and transmits their positions to Cross, allowing him to see the monsters clearly as if there were no smoke at all. Lloyd's plan was working perfectly. Cross rapidly shot arrows at the flying monsters, taking them down one by one. With most of the monsters dealt with, it was time to move to the next phase of the plan. Lloyd went back to Silica, informing her they were ready to advance. She agreed, but admitted her mana was nearly depleted. Anticipating this, Lloyd held her hand and used mana transfer to share his energy with her. However, he accidentally gave too much mana, making himself feel weak for a moment. Concerned, he asked if she was okay. Silica assured him that she was just experiencing a minor side effect from using so much mana in a short time. She then cast a powerful spell called Jubia, causing clouds to gather and rain to pour down, extinguishing any remaining fires. Despite her exhaustion, Silica managed to complete the spell, but then collapsed from fatigue. Dugas caught her, praising her for her hard work. You reassured her that the team could handle the rest. Silica, concerned for her friends, asked them not to push themselves too hard. Yui responded playfully, noting that Silica wasn't exactly in a position to give such advice in her current state. Silica only requested that they ensure the rain didn't continue too heavily. Impressed, you noted how quickly Lloyd had devised such an effective strategy. Lloyd said he didn't do anything special, just what any support mage would do. The team was used to hearing him downplay his contributions, but they knew how important he was. Now, it was up to him and Doug to handle the rest. Lloyd used the last of his mana to give them both a boost. After that, he was completely drained and had to sit down, wondering if this little effort had worn him out. The journey ahead would be challenging. While Lloyd rested, you and Doug moved forward to take care of the remaining threats.